What's up, catfish fans? Welcome back to the channel. We've got a new member of the channel here. This is the Pelican Catch 100. I actually went after the Catch 110 because, as you all know, I'm a bigger fella, but the Catch 110 was all out of stock, so I had to settle for this one. Just took it out. It's not too bad. Little tippy. I've got that coming up when we're out there, but once I get used to it, I think it'll be good. We'll talk about the paddle a little bit once we get out there. Overall, the seat really comfortable. Got a lot of storage area back here, which I don't know how much I'll be able to put back there before it sinks me, so probably not much, which I'm going with the bare minimum anyway when I'm out on it. I really like that it's got the hull plug right there. If you were to get water in it, you can get the water out of the hull without drilling any holes or anything. I like that. A couple of rod holders right here behind the seat. I'll probably use those whenever I'm pulling baits, and probably be the only rod holders that is gonna be on it. Got a carry handle in the front, two on the sides, one up front. Got a pretty good sized storage area right here. Got my dry bag in there right now. That's gonna come in handy. Adjustable footrests, they adjust easy. Just pull up on them, slide them wherever you want them. I like that. It's really comfortable when you get in there and sit down and prop your feet up on it. But anyway, that's enough of that. That's all it is to it. Pretty basic. Let's get out here on the water. So I went out and bought a Pelican Catch 100 kayak, aka one-man boat, and this is the maiden voyage. I can see one thing right now. This thing's got a 350 pound weight rating. I'm a little heavier than usual at the moment. I'm weighing around 270. And it is crazy unstable as far as rocking side to side. It would definitely take some getting used to for a bigger guy. But what I done here, I just went out and bought this one kind of as a test run before I spend a lot of money on a bigger fishing kayak with a trolling motor and all that good stuff, just to kind of get a feel, you know, to see if that's what I wanted to do. Used to spend a little time in a kayak, and I spend a lot of time in the boat on the channel, and I just thought I would have some other options. I can tell already that it's good enough. Another thing I want to say right quick before I get into that, it don't track very well. As soon as you stop paddling on one side, as you can see, it goes to spinning. Don't like that about it. It don't track very good at all. You really got to work to keep it straight, especially if you really start digging in with the paddle. All right, so where I was going there is I spend a lot of time in the boat on the channel, and I wanted something new to kind of give y'all, you know, a different perspective, just to give you something else to look at for a while, I guess is what I'm saying. So I can tell already, just a little time that I've been in it, I'm going to hit a couple of my local lakes with a couple of rods in here and probably pull a couple of baits on planer boards. I can also tell already that it's not going to be very long before I get wet in this thing, so I'm going to make sure that I tie my gear down extremely well, because this is definitely going to be one that I dump, whatever you want to call it, before it's all said and done. First impressions, though, it's not too bad. I would say for a person under 200 pounds, this is probably a good option if you're experienced in a kayak. if you're not experienced in a kayak, it's going to take a little getting used to, because it's real tippy if you go to one side or the other. Now, I'm not saying it's just going to tip over, but you can, I mean, you can see it does okay. Even when you tip, the sides ain't going under anything, but it's tippy. As far as standing up in this dude, or making a cast, standing out of it or anything like that, you're probably gonna get to go for a swim. This paddle right here, it's a Pelican paddle. Let me get that off of there. It's a Pelican paddle, Poseidon paddle, 94.5 inches. I really like this paddle. Back when I was in a kayak, I didn't have a paddle like this. What I really like about it is it's adjustable here. You can pick which hole you want to set your pitch on your paddles, which I think I've got it pretty good right now. I like that it's long enough that I'm not having to stretch at all. I can just set up in the seat and kind of let the paddle do paddle things, you know what I'm saying? So I do like that about it. I'm gonna have to get me some of the rubber plugs. For those of you all into the kayak terminology, I don't know if they're called scrubber plugs or what they're called, so don't get on me too bad, but I'm gonna have to get some of the rubber plugs to go on the bottom to keep the water out. And gonna need to get me a couple of rod holders to mount up here, I guess, maybe by my feet, even though I don't know, it's got tracks up there, but I don't know if I could get up there honestly to get a hold of the rod without dumping this baby. So these right here behind the seat, which we'll get into here in a minute once we get back on the bank, but these right here behind the seat, you know, they may be the way to go. It's got two back there. I could just stand my rods up in them. I think on planer boards, I think it would be plenty. You know, I don't think anything would snatch the rod out or anything like that, so that may be what I do. But anyway, yeah, after being in it here for about 10 minutes, definitely gonna start out on my local lake, I think. Not in my pond here, but on one of the local lakes I got right here near my house, and kind of get a feel for it, pulling baits with the planer boards before I just jump out there and hit the river. It's got some pretty swift current right now. I probably need to freshen myself up with a good kayak course, pulling those baits before I just jump out there on the river, which the wind's blowing pretty good right now too, so you know, that's giving me a good crash course as well. But as long as you're paddling, thing don't track half bad, and it moves on pretty good, you know. I'm gonna have to learn patience again, because right now I want to rip around with that old 115 Suzuki and get to the next spot. With this baby here, it's going to teach me patience again, pulling baits. But anyway, I think it'll be something good for the channel. I hope it's something that y'all enjoy. I hope y'all can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and here before long we'll be pulling baits in the old kayak. So hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss an episode of that, and I'm sure y'all get some comedic relief when I dump this baby, and y'all get to watch me try to get back in it. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, that's gonna be all for this one. I'll see y'all on the next one.